Alright, so we are back with another camera review, and of course, based off the intro, you can tell which camera it is. It is the Sony ZV-E1, and trust me, you're in for a good review. Let's talk about this camera and just briefly, discuss some of the main parts of it. This camera was made in 2023. Yeah, I know, it's 3 years ago. It's called the Mini FX3 for a reason, but yeah, I'll get into that shortly. Now, to preface this, I am not someone who is super into the stats and the statistics of why a camera is so good and whatnot. I'm gonna give you sort of practical reasons for why I think this camera is still great and why this camera is good in 2026. Let's start with the positives, and the first positive I can talk about is the image quality. Now, the reason it's called the Mini FX3 is because it has the same sensor as it, which means it's the same 12 megapixel sensor that the FX3 and the A7S III have, which are widely regarded as professional video filmmaking tools, which everyone loves to use, and sensors that haven't really been changed for, I think, 5 years now, basically. So the Sony ZV-E1, just like the FX3 and the A7S III, has a 12 megapixel sensor. This 12 megapixel sensor allows you to have ISO performances up to 12,800. Yeah, I know, 12,800. Basically, you can see in the dark. Basically an owl. Now, Sony absolutely knocked it out of the park because they haven't figured out what to do next, because 12,800 ISO is ridiculous. I haven't seen that kind of performance level from any other camera I've used personally. So yeah, shout out to Sony. They are low light beasts. Yeah, and that is the sensor you're getting with a camera that is this big. So speaking on the next positive, size. And you can see it is small, like really small. Like, look at this. It's not even up to half of my face. The size of it is so small for what it has packed into it. I already mentioned the image quality, but to have that image quality in a camera this small, wow, it is ridiculous. You can't obviously fit in your pocket, which, I mean, I don't think any professional filmmaking camera can really do that. Yeah, this is a camera that you can fit in a sling bag very easily with a portable lens. In terms of weight of the camera, this camera only weighs 400 grams without a battery, I believe, but no one's gonna shoot without a battery because, yeah, I mean, that doesn't make sense. But with a battery, it weighs about 480 grams, so just under 500 grams. For a full frame camera with the FX3 type sensor, that is insane. That is ridiculous. Because it's such a small size and so light, it is perfect for traveling. Believe me, I've done so many trips with this camera and I've taken it to so many places and it's been rugged enough to be, fine being in a sling bag, walking around, hiking, etc. And I've been loving it, having it as a sort of travel companion for myself to vlog and whatnot. And yeah, I probably won't replace it, unless another camera comes out, because it seems like I just keep buying cameras. And then to top it off with Sony, you're gonna have a ridiculous amount of lens selection. The fact that you can get so many cheap lenses out there, so many good lenses and portable lenses, yeah, Sony are knocking out of the park with the amount of selection you have. Not just Sony, Viltrox and so on and so forth. It's got S-Log3 Cine log profile, which is amazing to grade. Trust me, I really like it. I'd say ergonomics as well. It's pretty good. It's got like a handle here, which, I think is a decent handle, to be fair. Stabilization isn't too bad on a camera like this. It's good enough for like vlogging, and yeah, the mic from this, if you can see it, this mic here, so good. Really good. It's got like directional sensors, and I don't know like how it works, but if you're in front of it, it'll capture in front, capture behind. Like, it's really good mic. The best built-in camera mic that I have ever used. The price of this camera, it is, like maybe 1.6, 1.7, which, yeah, it's a pretty penny for sure. My bank account has learned that the hard way, but it is much cheaper than the FX3 and the A7S III, which are around double the price nearly. For a camera with the same image quality as the FX3 and the A7S III for half the price, that's a no-brainer, man. Come on. Okay, so let's start with the biggest negative of this camera. It's the overheating issue that a lot of people discuss and talk about online. I personally can say that I haven't really had any issues with it, but I know that a lot of people are having issues with, the overheating. The issue with this camera is that, it's not got a fan inside of it. So that's why typically it will overheat. If you don't record maybe long clips in super hot conditions, bearing in mind, I was recording in a literal oasis. Yeah, an oasis. And it didn't overheat for me. So, just keep that in mind. But I would say if you're planning to do any professional shoots with a camera like this and you plan to record for an extended amount of time, maybe invest in a fan, which you can get for like 15-20 pounds anyways online, so it's not that bad. The second negative, and I think probably a major one, it's not a hybrid camera. It is only 12 megapixels. So yeah, it isn't going to be, for photographers. If you want to have a photography camera only, you're better off investing in like an A7 III, A7 IV, A7 V, etc. So yeah, it doesn't have a viewfinder, as you can see here. Of course, there's no viewfinder. It is literally just, you can see there isn't a viewfinder. It is just the camera body. But yeah, it's not got a viewfinder. It hasn't got electronic shutter. It's only a mechanical shutter. So keep that in mind. And yeah, it's like not really ideal for photography, but you can take some pictures. Trust me, I know, I've taken a few pictures. Here you go. There you go, here's some pictures from the Sony ZV-E1. So it's not completely unusable for photography, but maybe not ideal. Let's get to the point now, finally. But the main thing that you should think about if you're buying a camera is, what are you buying the camera for, right? Because that's pretty important. Now, if you are someone who is a filmmaker, mainly, maybe you like to take some pictures here and there, but for video and filmmaking is your main, your main thing, right? Like me, then you are going to want a camera that has got high video specs, right? This camera has some of the best video specs on the market because, well, the FX3 is one of the best video cameras on the market still. In terms of low light, you're really not going to beat this camera. So yeah, in terms of filmmaking, amazing. In terms of the size, it makes it a perfect travel camera as well. The autofocus is amazing, obviously, and that's what you're gonna get with Sony. So in terms of filmmakers and travel content creators and just content creators generally, if you're doing video predominantly 80% of the time, this camera is still gonna be good, and it's still something I'm gonna recommend even in 5 years time, because it's great and it will only get cheaper. So yeah. If you're doing photography, obviously the Sony a7 II probably might be a bit better for you if you want something portable, something light, and something that can do photo and video, because the video on that is quite good. In terms of cameras that I've used that fill this sort of niche of small cameras, high quality, the ZV-E1 is the best one I've used. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and do all of that kind of stuff. Motivate me, because I'm slacking with making videos and stuff, and you guys showing support is definitely going to encourage me to make more stuff and yeah, get more broke, because I keep buying cameras, which is not good. Is this camera good enough in 2026? Well, of course it is. If the FX3 is good enough, then this camera is more than good enough. Yeah, I am going to be producing more and more content using this camera. It's motivated me to get out there and shoot more. Really happy that I have this camera, and yeah, not much more to say about it. Get it if you don't have it. And if you're thinking about getting it, get it. You should. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and in a bit.